Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today it's going to be a little different. It's not going to be something that I've done in the past, but we are going to be talking about the state of Destiny 2 at the minute. Now, currently I'm making this, it is the 4th of February, so some things could get added pretty much after this, but currently at the minute the state of Destiny isn't really in the best part it has been for a while. Now, there are still an active fan base and they've had that for years, but we're going to talk about the main points that Destiny, Bungie need to improve on, and hopefully if they do these sort of things it will improve the game. But if you guys do agree with anything I say in today's video, or if you disagree, leave it down in the comment section. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe, drop a like down below, it does help out the channel a lot. But without further ado, let's jump into the first point. Now, before I do start with the points, I just want to say I've been playing Destiny since it come out, really. I'm a D1 veteran, so I've obviously done pretty much all the raids, everything like that. So, for me, Destiny peaked probably when it was Crota's End, that sort of era with Vault of Glass, Crota's End, and probably Prison of Elders. After Prison of Elders, that's when the game started to die down. And the reason for this is because a lot of you may not know this if you are new to Destiny, but it used to be so much harder to rank up. Now, I remember getting on and used to have to play raids weekly, and I mean, pretty much it's totally random luck whether you got ranked up. Now, I see why they've moved forward with this levelling up system, giving you different ways to get, obviously, powerful gear. But in my opinion, now a lot of you will disagree with this, when it was Crota, what you have to do is basically get a raid piece of armour to actually rank you up. So I believe you could get to rank 28, and then after that you needed to get the raid armour to boost you up to 32. Now, for me, that was definitely the better way, and it's the way it should have stayed in my opinion. No one really seemed to complain. However, I can see why they did it, obviously, because if people haven't got a raid team or anything like that, and they don't want to play with randoms to do the raids, I can see why that is fun. However, I believe there should be an option for that higher tier loot if you do the raids, and that would give you something to go for. So what I'm saying is, don't actually get rid of the method we do have, try and add something onto it. So maybe have raid armor that takes you higher than the standard person in the game. Now, that's the reason why it would make it better, because if you've got something to grind for that's going to take a really long time, take Fatebringer for example from Vault of Glass off D1. It's the best hand cannon ever in Destiny. There hasn't been a better one yet, and that was really hard to get. It took me around about 12 weeks for that to actually drop, but that is what was fun. Now, if they were to bring out the Fatebringer in Destiny 2, I can guarantee you'd probably get it within a week, because it'd be a quest or something like that. And the raid weapons just don't seem to be as fun as what they used to be. Like the Fatebringer, the Vex Mythoclast was really good. It's probably one of my favourite weapons out of all Destiny. And in Destiny 2, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it just doesn't feel the same, and it's not worth the grind. Now, the new levelling up system is shocking. This new season thing that they have put in, it's good, but I don't understand why you get reset. Now, like you could argue, I did say it gets boring when you do get to the top, but for me it's even more boring getting to the top and then getting reset back down each season, just so you have to pay for that extra bit so you can get back up. Now, it is really annoying the way they do this. Fair enough, if they want to have a season pass, make sure you have a season pass, but don't make sure you keep resetting the ranks, just make it harder to rank up. Now, I don't see why they can't just increase the level cap to 1000 or just keep leveling it up, because in most games, you take some of the best games out there, basically they've got so many ranks, and that is what keeps the player base active, and that is where I think Destiny and Bungie is failing. If you take, let's say, one of the main games, Call of Duty, they've got so many ranks and it takes so long to get to that max rank, but that is why their fan base is active and stays on it throughout the year. It's because it takes that long to actually get there. They carry on playing and playing, and the competitive scene in Destiny is probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen out of any game. You take Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, Counter-Strike, anything like that. It's fun, it's hard to rank up. With Destiny, it's boring. You don't really get anything from doing it, and it's just not that, it's just repetitive, and it simply isn't enough. Now, they could easily improve competitive, and I'm not sure why trials isn't a thing in the game. Now, I don't get why this isn't in the game yet. They've been speculating that it is to come out, and it should have come out. It shouldn't have even been took out of the game. What they should have done is simply copied and pasted it from D1, 3v3, how it was, elimination, none of this with the Chargers, Season of the 9 or whatever it's called. It was shit, to put it simple. It was shit compared to Trials of Osiris, and that is why a lot of the competitive scene for Destiny did die out, because they're just bringing out shit, and they need to change it. Don't change what isn't broken, in my opinion. Now, I am getting, obviously, a little bit wound up, but like I said, this is my channel. I've pretty much based this game on my channel, and if they're not bringing out content for the channel, you can tell from my recent videos the views are dropping, and that's because the player base in Destiny is dropping. So hopefully you guys at Bungie, someone is going to be watching this and hopefully takes this into consideration. There's some other things I want to discuss quickly. I'm going to try and end it as quick as I can, because obviously I don't want to rant for too long. But the next point I do want to make is strike specific loot. Now, we do have Nightfall specific loot, which is good. I do enjoy that. Obviously you can get random rolls, that sort of thing, and that's good. But not everyone is going to be doing the Nightfalls, and I'm sure it wouldn't take too long to make a strike specific loot and a Nightfall specific loot. So pretty much all I'm saying is, if you brought that strike specific loot out, it's giving something else to grind for, and it's linking in with the other points. If you're a PvE player, then Destiny 2 is going to be a decent game for you for a while. But once you do max out and you've got pretty much everything, you've got the god rolls, there's not a lot, so they do need to add more strike specific loot. And they add it in D1. This is what I mean, guys. You've got so many things in D1 that they didn't even have in D2. But saying that, they have added a lot from D2 that they didn't have in D1. So it's just getting the best bits from D1, in my opinion, and putting them into D2. Now, one thing I want to suggest, and it's something that has been talked a while in the comment section and everything. If you are a D1 player and you play these new raids, they just don't seem to have the same feel. Nobody's really bothered about completing these raids because they're not actually that hard to do in Destiny 2. If you get a decent fire team, all you've got to do is watch a tutorial and you can do it. Whereas in Destiny 1, the first time you ever did that raid, it would take you days, and that is what you do enjoy about the game. If you ask any D1 player what the favourite raids are, I can guarantee they're definitely going to say the ones from Destiny 1. Now, I'm not sure why this is the case. Maybe it's because Bungie's working that hard and they're just getting drawn out. Destiny 2 peaked for me with Forsaken. It was a good DLC. Shadowkeep was okay. Now, Shadowkeep could have been a lot better if there was more, but there just wasn't enough, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys take this into consideration. Keep bringing stuff out. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, they're doing the season pass every month or whatever. Stop that if they need to. We need a new big update. Hopefully it will come. And pretty much what we need to revamp the community and obviously get the views back for everything, and obviously don't let the game die, is, in my opinion, Destiny 3. Now, Destiny 2 got released at a decent time, guys. Destiny 1 was dying out a little bit, but it had been there for around about 4 years, 5 years, something like that. And it kept a good fan base for 5 years. Destiny 2 come out, and it revived a lot of the fan base, and it had good, pretty much sales when it first come out. But then again, it was rushed, it was shit for the first year, and they did ruin it. So don't ruin it with Destiny 3, but I do believe it needs to come out. And make sure there's enough content to keep players active. That's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. There's a lot of points you can make, and I just want to say, I'm not saying Destiny 2 is a bad game, I'm just saying it can be improved, especially with PvP. PvP at the minute is just shocking, and if anyone disagrees with that, then they're definitely wrong. There's nothing to do. If Trials of Osiris was out, then it'd be so much better. You'd actually have something to go for PvP. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you agreed with any points or disagreed, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.